Someone asked me the other day on how to sign a social media marketing agency client without spending a single dollar. So I thought that's exactly what I'm going to cover in today's video. Now, the reason as to why I'm saying dollars and not pounds or yen or whatever else it is, apparently the online currency is the dollar. So that's exactly why. I've been taught now by a few lads that watch my videos, and they basically said that the online currency is the dollar. So that's exactly why I'm referring to the dollars, even though you can probably hear the Northwest accent coming through strongly. Regardless, right, before we start, if you are interested in more videos like this and you genuinely enjoy this video, if you do watch it, drop me a sub, please. I beg you. I'm begging. I'm not going to beg for subs, but drop me a comment and subscribe to my YouTube channel if you're interested in this type of content. And as well as that, if you are interested in more valuable content that's completely free, I've got a newsletter where I send it out every single week at 6 p.m. on a Sunday, and you get a fuck ton of value completely for free. I've just uploaded one about how to choose a niche. So if you're interested, or maybe you're choosing a niche right now, or you're thinking of choosing a niche, there's a structure in that email and a few questions to ask yourself when you're choosing a niche that I think you'll probably find very, very useful. So go and check that out. Now, I believe it's very, very hard to actually sign a social media marketing agency client without spending a single dollar. Now, that I mean, like, you're not going to spend any money on internet, on a phone, on a Google domain or a new domain for your website. No website, nothing. Like, I think that's genuinely extremely difficult. I think the only way I could probably go around doing that is probably literally going door to door, well, business to business doors, I mean, and honestly just asking them if they're interested in services for marketing. But I think nowadays everybody's online anyway, so it'd be stupid to be going and doing that. But I don't know the circumstances that you may be in. If you're watching this video, chances are you have access to internet, so you're already off to a good start. Now, the way I'm saying and I'm interpreting that question, where how do I sign without spending any money, I'm assuming he doesn't have a paid ads budget, so he's got no money to be able to spend to acquire customers. That's the way I've acquired most of my customers. Then they come from referrals and that sort of stuff, but majority of them have come from paid ads, and I've covered some of them on my videos on my YouTube channel. So if you're interested, go back and look through. I literally spent 30 quid and signed 3 clients, so I think it's very, very cool to go and watch that back. So I've narrowed it down to 3 steps that I would take without spending any money. Okay, so regardless if you have a domain, regardless if you have a website, it's not really needed at the moment for these 3 steps. So the first one, I would literally take every single network that I currently have. So if you have access to Facebook Messenger, if you have Facebook friends, if you have Instagram followers, if you're on TikTok and you have followers, go and reach out to every single person in your network. This is something that Alex Hormozi stresses as one of the main first steps that you should do, because this is completely free. Like, you can reach out to every single person that you know, okay? That is the first step. Reach out to every single person you know. Tell them that you're looking for a client or a company or a person or an individual that is looking for marketing services, and that's exactly what you're offering. And chances are you're probably going to land a client just off the back of that. Now, I would also look at speaking to your parents, speaking to family, speaking to uncles, aunties, whoever you can literally speak to. Go and send them a message saying that you're doing this, and do they know of anybody? Because chances are they probably will know of somebody, whether it's their boss, whether they know an entrepreneur, whoever it is. Family always just pulls strings together and they try and help each other, right? So I think it's very, very useful to go and reach out to your family, see if they know of anybody. Now, if that is done and you haven't been able to sign a single person, then move over to step 2, which is start creating content. I think this one is super, super underrated, and not many people do it because it's the long game. And I understand that you probably want to sign a client without spending any money super fast, so you can make your first 10k a month within the first 30 days. It's not going to happen, right? Let me break that fucking dream of yours right now on day 1. It's not going to happen. This is the long game. So whatever Iman Gadzhi told you, whatever any other gurus have told you, it's fucking difficult. It's more difficult now than it was when they started, okay? So maybe when they were starting, it was a lot easier for them to do it because social media and marketing and that sort of side of things, where you were offering paid ads or Facebook ads, or you were doing social media management, it was a lot easier to close people because it was new and everybody was flogging to it and everybody was looking for people that knew a little bit about it to be able to do it for them. It's a lot harder now. These businesses have hundreds of people each week reaching out to them saying the exact same shit. So when you start posting content, you are completely different to literally 90% of people, if not more, because a lot of them, all they do is cold call, cold email, cold DM. That's it. They've got no presence on social media. They don't have any content. And genuinely, content is one of the most underrated things. And I genuinely believe that is 110% the way forward, especially in 2024. Now, the first thing that you're probably going to say is, I'm not an expert at this. Like, I'm only just starting. Why should I start posting content about this? Or how can I even start posting content when I literally don't know half of the things? Brilliant. This is great because you know what you need to do? You need to angle your content as you're sending it to a friend, right? You've just found a new way of generating leads for a local business and you want to let your mates know. That's what your content's going to be about. You sharing something that you've just learned. You don't have to come across as an expert. All you have to do is just share ideas, share knowledge, share things that you have found in that content, and that's going to make people click on your profile, watch your stuff, and genuinely be more attracted to you as a business or as a person, where you're coming across as a person that actually knows what they're fucking talking about. And a lot of these people, all they do is just mass DMs, mass emails, mass cold calls, and in reality, they don't even know what the fuck they're doing. If you start researching, if you start looking at things and you start sharing these on content and on social media, chances are you're going to pick up things a lot quicker, a lot better, and you're going to learn a lot quicker, and that will help you in turn deliver the service when you do sign that client. And just before I move on to the third stage, please, I beg you, do not use carousel images on Instagram. That's fucking lazy. Everybody does it. Nobody fucking reads that shit. I genuinely believe that there's probably about 1% of people that actually read those Canva carousels that you can find, because they're just not of value at all. And majority of the times it's just other social media accounts commenting on that to boost engagement, so they get a comment and a like from that same page, and that's it. Your clients aren't looking at that shit. Like content, like me right now speaking into this camera, that is what content is. That's when you start building the relationship. People watch you. They will sometimes spend hours and hours binge watching you, and you don't even know that. Content, you can leverage so much. You make a piece of content once and that can bring you infinite results moving forward for however long you're doing this thing. Now, moving on to the third step, which pairs perfectly with content, is DMs. Because if you're posting on one platform and you're DMing people on the same platform, chances are they're going to click on your profile and see a fuck ton of valuable content and be like, okay, this guy actually knows what he's doing. Now, I want to highlight this, and if I could, I would underline in this fucking video, this is not a sales DM where you're offering something. Don't lead with any lead magnets. Don't lead with any sales. Don't try and help. Don't try and look at value. Genuinely just look at building a relationship. I told you the content that you're making is for your mates. Start making mates. Start making friends on social media with companies. Start reaching out to them. Start actually taking genuine interest in what they do, what their offer, what their product is. Start commenting on their posts. Start interacting with them. Start building a relationship. They'll follow you. They'll then see your content, and before you know it, they'll reach out to you to work with you. And that's pretty much it. I mean, it goes without saying, consistency is one of the most important things in this game, and if you start falling off, you can only blame yourself, because this shit works. And it's 2024. I started my agency this year and I'm making real good money. I've made it to a point where I've quit my 9 to 5 and I've done all these fucking guru shit, whatever you want to call it. It's genuinely possible. So it's not about the fact that it's hard, it's just having to put that work in. And the one thing that is key is consistency. That's it. Because when you're doing it consistently, you're consistently learning, consistently improving, consistently putting out the content, the reps, whatever it is, you're gonna get results. And I know content is a long game. It takes months and months to build these relationships and get people coming to you, and you just want to be able to call someone, book an appointment, book a demo, and then close them on that demo, whatever it is. It doesn't happen that quickly. I have clients where I've literally spoken to them in, I think one of our clients literally took about 60 to 70 days to sign from the initial conversation where they found us, and this was through paid ads. So even then, when I'm spending money to acquire somebody, they found us, they booked a call, we had a conversation, we booked a demo, and then we've been in conversation ever since after the demo, and then we sign them 2 months after. So it doesn't happen just like that because you think that's what happens, because everybody on social media, that's what they say. Start building relationships, genuine relationships being the key word here, and you genuinely will not regret when people are finding you through Reels or TikToks or whatever, they're coming for you. You've not spent a single penny to get to that person or that person to get to you. Like, it's an absolutely fantastic feeling when somebody finds you through a piece of content, they reach out to you, they book a call through your website, or they DM you saying they want to talk to you and work with you, and you've not spent a single penny for that, or you've just posted a piece of content and they found you. And honestly, it's an incredible feeling. But that's it. Besides the usual cold calls, cold emails, and cold DMs that people do, I mean, these are things that I probably look at, and some of these I am doing, to be completely and brutally honest with you, and they're working really well. I'm getting probably about 2 to 3 organic inquiries each week from the content that I have, so I'm just pumping out more content. But yeah, hopefully this was of some value, and I'll catch you in the next one.